Halloween comes early to Greenville, South Carolina. September 5th to the 7th at the Embassy Suites on Verde. Retro HorrorCon. Haunted by a toy chest worth of ghoulish collectibles for you to take home. With a scream-worthy lineup of horror Hall of Famers to die for. Get your tickets at RetroHorrorCon.com. Toy Federation presents Retro HorrorCon.
Hello, Toy Federation. It's Andy, Travis. We're going to talk about some toys.
That's right.
Always.
So I think the topic was going to be theft.
Thievery.
Whether it's in the store, at shows, crazy stories, how do you address it kind of thing. So, I mean, I could talk about the show part, and then you guys maybe could talk about the store part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at any given show, you will get something stolen from you. You just may not know it until after.
Yep.
But it's almost common practice. You're going to get hit. So then what do you do to prevent it? And it's keeping eyes. And then there's always a team. I've even seen these videos. They've been hitting ball card shows hard. And somebody's always going to distract you. And then the other person's going to steal while you're distracted.
Yep.
And they'll keep an eye on what you got. You know, they're not going to steal a $10 Funko from you, even though, you know, some kid may.
Might be a good thing.
But they're usually eyeing key pieces in your booth.
Yeah.
And usually when the people get hit at a show, they all lost something good. Like when we did Star Wars Celebration in California, literally all of us were hit down our row. I remember the guy behind me, they took his yak face, carded. Now, that shouldn't have been probably on a peg hook, just
Probably
saying. So, you know, certain items you need to either put in a protective case, just don't have, you know, an $800 figure hanging on a peg. But always try to not be alone and try to always look at everybody. Like if I'm at a show, sometimes it may seem a little bit impersonal, but like if somebody's talking to me a lot and I'm gladly having a conversation, I'm listening to you, but I'm watching everybody around me and I'm not trying to be rude. It's just, I have to keep an eye on everybody, and you may be trying to distract me so your buddy can rob me, or you may be genuinely wanting to have a nice conversation. So because I remember somebody had said something, made it seem like I was not fully paying attention. And I'm like, you got me at a show where there's, you know, thousands of people and 10 or 20 people in my booth. And I'm watching everybody. So I can hear and look at the same time, you know, and still hear what you're saying, but watch the guy over there. I did Salt Lake Comic-Con. And I saw a guy holding a figure in my booth. And then that was a busy show. I think at the time they were suing San Diego for the right to use Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And I think that's why you see shows do a play on words. They'll do comic on.
Yeah.
Comic.
So double the C.
Comic Con.
Right. Or you know, and then the smaller shows, San Diego, you're not on the radar. They're not suing you. But I think ultimately Salt Lake lost.
Yeah.
So then you might just have to pay a fee or something. But anyway, so this guy was looking at this. It was a 12-inch figure or something. And then I'm, you know, looking this way. And then when I look back, I see the guy leaving, but I don't see the item. So then I'm like, and then he's going this way, and I'm trying to make sure he didn't set it somewhere else, because the last thing you want to do is accuse somebody of stealing, and they didn't steal. So I'm trying to see, because sometimes people don't put things back where they found them. You know, you'll find a Star Wars guy in the Hot Wheels section.
Yep.
So then, and I'm like, I'm pretty confident that this guy took it. So now I could see through the grid that he's coming behind the booth. So then we were kind of like an end cap. I don't know. It was a weird row. There was like 4 booths or something. So then I come around this way and then I confront the guy. And then I'm like, the item you were looking at, where did you put it? Like, I didn't say you stole it. I was like, the item you were holding. So then he's like, no, I put it back. And I go like, can you show me? So I guess he wasn't a smart criminal because he should have just ran.
Well, most of them aren't.
So then he came back and he's trying to look, and then he's hoping I look away, and he pulls it out of his bag and puts it back on the shelf. And I was like,
great.
you just stole it. Like, you just took it out of your bag. And then I took a picture of him, and I was like, I'm going to post this, and I didn't. But yeah, that was... But yeah, you just have to keep an eye on everybody, and there's no other way. I've seen some shows, they set up cameras in their booth.
Yeah.
And then if they don't see it in real time, they're going to find you and post you and humiliate you.
I mean, it's just tough if you're constantly busy at a booth. It's
hard.
Yeah.
Well, you just look at Walmarts and Targets, like this.
Oh, they don't even care though. So
it's the amount that gets stolen there.
Oh, yeah.
Out the back door. I mean, Lane was in here today telling about the guy wanted to
stealing meat.
at Winn-Dixie. He always wanted to close, and he goes, nobody wants to close.
Yeah.
And this guy always wanted to close, and he changed with you, and that's because he was walking the meat out the back. And then he'd go pick it up,
Sell it.
Yeah, so somebody's always trying to scam or steal, rip you off. But I mean, we've been pretty fortunate in the shop, but we got cameras everywhere.
I think my
sometimes
time
it's
here-
kids.
Yeah, but it's been like, on one hand, how many instances
Yeah.
we've had it. It's
Well,
been pretty
one
low.
kid alone filled a hand.
Well, yeah, he
on
stole
multiple
more than
trips.
everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Right. And it only takes one. That was funny though, because like you did post.
I blurred his face.
You
Right.
blurred his face, so it's like
I tried to give him the chance to do the right thing.
right, and he didn't. He
Came back to steal.
well, you had figured out like
Well, yeah,
he was coming in every
every
other
other
Saturday.
weekend, yeah.
Every other Saturday, and like that's when the cases that the figures were in would appear.
Yep, you'd see the empty cases hidden throughout the
And-
store.
And when he came in, I mean, we all knew.
Yeah.
So it was like we let you know, and I know what you said, but like from afar, it was like, and he was like,
Really?
had this horrible look on his face, and he just kind of
Huh.
walked
Kinda
out.
thing.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, you're not.
He said either bring the stuff back or you're not welcome here anymore.
Yeah.
Some of that
And he
stuff.
still wasn't going to be welcome. I just
Well,
wanted
yeah.
the stuff back.
Yeah.
And then I was going to not. But the funny thing is, we were filming that day.
Oh yeah, we were.
So
Yeah.
we had really 4K shots of him.
Yeah.
Non-security camera footage. Because the camera was running when his adult came in and bought him something.
Yeah.
I think the adult waited in the car and then gave him 10 minutes, the initial time. But the funny thing is, I guess if it's your kid, I mean, if you blurred out your kid's face,
Yeah,
you
you're gonna know
his
the
mannerisms, the
Right.
clothing. I know we went to the toy store that day kind of thing. Wait a minute. Because I had, what's the person at the something counselor or the guidance counselor
yeah.
from
yeah.
because and he had a shirt from a school on, so I probably should have blurred that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of.
Anyone can buy shirts from any school.
He was
Yeah.
like a chubby kid. There's a lot of that, so it's
Yeah.
not like from
Yeah.
that school or whatever, any school.
Clearly, you singled him out.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had the resource officer from that school call and say if I want to do something. And I was like, I'm trying to let him do the right thing. And he's like, well, we think we know who it is.
Got him.
So they knew.
Yeah.
And then
That was the gift card one, right?
No, that.
Oh wait, what's the other one? The gift card one?
Yeah.
There was the wrestling figures one,
Yeah.
and then
So,
there was the gift card one.
The gift card one, the teacher bought the gift card as a present for the
that's a
grades.
good story.
That is a
Yeah.
good story.
I thought that's not what you were telling.
No.
The gift card. Oh, so this lady.
Yeah.
The lady is a teacher. I don't know what grade, elementary or middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That kid,
Elemental school.
I'd say maybe might be junior high or.
Yeah, junior high. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, junior high. And yeah, but the kid.
So the teacher bought the gift card as a gift for someone that was.
But it was because he did all his words. Like he did the best.
Yeah, like
you
someone
do,
that was
do spelling.
performing-
You do spelling in
Right.
junior high.
Yeah.
I always thought that's like an elementary thing. Or he.
No, you keep going, like, because then you get into bigger words. Rare
Well, she
words,
said
obscure
this
words.
kid, this kid got the most words, and she was going. She did this on her own.
It could have been typing or most
Yeah.
words typed or. But
And-
anyways, that's besides the point.
So then she called me and said they had stole. She had a party for all the kids.
Yep.
And for a different class, and then when she went to give the card, it was gone.
It's gone.
So she called me, and I was able to find the transaction and find the gift card number, and then
We waited.
we waited for that gift card to come in.
Yeah.
And
And I was the lucky one that.
or yeah, you came and got me.
Yeah. Well, actually, you were like coming out of the back, and the kid was with his mom.
Yeah.
And I was like looking at the gift card numbers. And I'm like, "Hey, Ryan, come here."
So then I had to tell the mom. So then I said, "You can't use this. This card's stolen." And he's like, "No, I got it for her." And then the mom's looking at him,
Yeah.
and
She's
I go, "Well, no, the teacher called me. I sold the teacher the card. I know it's stolen from her classroom." And then she's like, "Well, you told me you want it for da da da."
Yeah, you like picked it out as a prize or something.
And then I go, I can tell you for a fact that it's been. And so then she writes her number down, and she says, well, "Why don't you have that teacher call me?"
Yeah.
So that kid was toast.
Yeah.
I found it in Crime Alley.
But some other kid could have given it to him.
Huh?
Like set
I
him
don't
up.
know. Either way, you knew you didn't earn the card.
Right.
Yeah.
So then she got the card back because I called her and
Right, she
told
came
her,
in.
and I gave her the parents' number.
Yeah.
So that was going to be, and when I described the kid, she knew who the kid was.
Yep.
So I think I screened. I think I held my phone and I'm taking pictures of the kid.
Yeah.
Because I want the teacher to get good shots.
You need justice.
Get him stand up to a white wall and hold the gift card. Play
But I mean, that's-
Dragnet music. Da, da, da.
Just the facts.
How horrible is you're just taking somebody else's reward who, studies more than you, and you're just a bum,
All I know is
and you just steal the guy's reward.
the bum.
Yeah.
But like, if I pulled something like that when I was a kid, like, and I was in the store, I wouldn't have made it out of the store. I would
Yeah.
have gotten dropped right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
no, that was, but they might have just composed themselves till they got all the way home and got
Well,
home and
Oh, and the kid got
Got in
confronted.
the car.
He was the previous kid with the wrestling. He was just like, huh? Oh.
Yeah. Like, me?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, no. Got you on like 3 different cameras. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it was like, you got to leave.
He hasn't been back.
Yeah.
I don't like toys anymore, Dad. You
Right.
got a room full of. I don't like
Yeah.
them.
I want to go elsewhere.
Yeah. Can we go?
Yeah. I want to steal somewhere else where
Yeah.
they don't catch me.
Does Walmart have old wrestling figures?
Yeah, Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I totally forgot about that one. So that was a good one. But I mean, we're all,
I mean, been pretty lucky though.
yeah.
Like,
But the store's also set up to prevent,
lines of sight, right?
right?
Yeah.
And then it doesn't, and then it shows. I just learned early on, because you always think everybody, they're just there to.
No,
There's always a group.
you don't want to think the worst, but
Well, I
Obviously,
mean,
it
if you got
happens.
1,000 people in the room, 999 of them, or
right.
997 of them are great.
Right.
There's just a couple people. They're literally there to steal. It doesn't matter what.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, look how many times upstate games got hit with
Yeah.
Pokemons.
Oh yeah, the cops have had to come here to use my footage to
He
get
got
the
hit
tag
again
numbers.
like a week ago.
Well, see,
Yeah.
the Pokemon's it's something so tiny, and the fact that I guess they let you look through these binders.
Well,
And then
he
you
was
just-
telling me that, like, you know, 2-man job. Like, someone came in, distracted whoever. The other guy reached around the counter, opened the door, and
So you got to have those counters locked.
swiped.
Yeah.
I think the real problem is Pokemon. They tell you have to catch them all.
They don't say how.
Yeah, they don't
They
say
just
how.
tell you got to catch
Yeah.
them all.
I just heard a thing. I forget whether it's Instagram, YouTube. I don't know where I heard it. Well, there was 2 stories. One was a guy. It was like they stole like, I don't know, this old school baseball cards. I don't know if it's like the Cal or not Cal Ripken. That's not that old school. I don't know.
Hornus
sports.
Wagner, maybe? I don't know.
You know, like
Yeah,
the old cards.
The
Babe Ruth.
tobacco cards, the little small
Hornus
ones.
Wagner.
Just
Yeah.
old stuff. And the guy had like one of those like cases Costin has. You know, like
Yeah,
those
yeah.
cases. A lot of show people. They just set 'em up.
Halliburton.
And he somehow, but they didn't take the case. I'm not remembering, but they it was like a multiple, like 3 people, and it was during teardown, and they distracted, and then there was another show where I think they did it, and the guy closed all the doors and had all the security come in. He wouldn't let anybody out, which was great because it's one of you's in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like playing Clue.
Yeah, the candlestick at the
Candlestick at the Pokemon counter.
Colonel Mustard with the candlestick.
I love that movie, though. I mean, the game's fun, but I love the movie.
No, the movie's great, but it's great because of what's his name?
Oh,
The guy.
the guy with the
guy.
thing who does the stuff.
The
It's been a long day.
main guy,
Every day is.
the butler guy.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Tim Curry.
There you go.
Sir
Sir.
Tim Curry.
right?
But I mean, really, everybody was great in it.
No, they're
too,
all good, but-
obviously,
Yeah.
it's Tim Curry.
He's great,
yeah. I just
and that was the first movie that I was ever aware of where there was multiple endings, and and if I don't know how you determine, but if you went to the theater, did you have to go to another theater? Because you could, was it random?
it was random, and I think like
It was like 5 endings or 4.
it's 3 or 4. I forget.
Yeah.
But anyway, the like if you're one theater, you got one ending.
Yeah.
And it was randomly dispersed, and the idea was that if people went anywhere else and they discussed it, they would argue over how it ended.
Right.
No,
But
you're
I think
wrong.
if you watch it now, they play all the endings at the end.
Right. But
Like if it's on TV or something.
yeah. Well, yeah. When they finally released it on VHS and then DVD, you just get all the endings. But like, it was funny because the idea was it was supposed to be like the game, and you could state your case like, well, clearly this person did this, and that's why they. And they're like, no, but this happened, and
Yeah.
you were supposed to debate it. But the movie didn't do so well, so I don't know how often that actually played out. But I thought it was pretty smart.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Unlike Battleship, the movie, that made 0. It was like,
I never watched it.
No, I remember when it came out. I was.
it's like you make a board game, somehow you've turned it into that.
Did they
That was
like,
like the
fire
game.
from the ship and they're like, B2?
The game? Like, I think that's what I said. No, there's no way they
Game?
do that. And it was.
Yeah, it was a whole movie.
I think there was some comedy bit
It's
too
like
making
Scrabble,
fun
the movie.
of that. Shoots and ladders
Connect 4.
In a world.
in a world where the walls are made of candy.
Candyland would be a good movie,
Yeah, I can see that.
right?
That could be
Kind of
a
Willy
movie.
Wonka-ish thing.
They'll do it.
The
Just
Candyland.
wait. It'll happen. They'll
Shoots
do
and
it.
ladders. I don't know.
No, not that one. They'll do Candyland.
Mousetrap.
Yeah. They'll do
I love that game. It was just setting it up to do it because
Yeah,
it's like
oh, yeah.
the
Half the time it wouldn't work.
yeah.
Well, I have a love-hate relationship with the game. I always wanted to play it, and I think every single time when you go to set up, you realize there's like a piece or two missing. So I never
wow.
fully got to play it, which
It's
was
like a
irritating.
Rube Goldberg whatever thing.
Right,
Ball
yeah,
goes
a
down,
Rube
Yeah.
Goldberg
boot
machine.
kicks.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
that's
flips out of the
It was
pan.
just set it up.
Set up like
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
it.
you hit it one time, and then it's like, all right, let's do it again.
And then I was really big into when I go to my grandmother's house. I played. It was Domino Rally.
Oh, yeah.
It's just dominoes,
Yeah.
but they were plastic.
yeah, they were like connected, right? Like
Well,
some sections, right?
Some sections, right? You would just. It was like a little train track that had them all, and you and then they're all up. But there would be all these really cool add-ons to just generic dominoes.
Shoots the rocket.
Right, so that you just could do
Keep going.
endless sets, fill this whole store with Domino Rally.
We should do that.
Yeah.
Didn't they have glow in the dark ones too?
Yeah,
No, I'm sure.
I wanted that one.
dominoes are so cool.
Played a lot of Sorry.
See, I didn't. I played Risk, Stratego, and Axis and Allies.
Well,
And the least was Axis and Allies. Risk, Stratego was the most. I loved Stratego. And then we made up our own characters,
that's
too.
the one where you get like the spy and the bombs. And,
Yeah.
right, yeah. I get that and what's the other one you said?
Risk?
Yeah, I get those two confused.
Yeah, Risk's world domination.
Right.
The other's like a chess, but you don't see what the pieces are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe board game.
I had the Batman board game, and it glowed in the dark.
There you go.
That's right.
That's a
Right-
winner.
right
It's a
up
winner
your
already.
alley.
Yeah.
So you could play it in the dark?
You could try.
I mean, he is the knight.
That's right.
You got to play.
Well, the Star Wars board games were, in my opinion, utter garbage.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like, let's capitalize. We're going to give you a game.
Yeah, money grab.
Yeah.
And they just were not good board games.
Well, I feel kind of like a lot of board games were at best okay, and then there was really fun ones, but it's like you had to have the right number of people and
Well, they
and
just
everything.
spin this thing, and you move 3, and then you just, and then it
like
just,
life.
it was the luck of the
Yeah.
the spin, and then I got to the Death Star or whatever. Like it was just where like Risk is strategy, accident, like they were just monopolies. Like do I buy this one? Do I
Dude,
not buy this
hate-
one? Do I save my
hate
money?
Monopoly. Like no one.
My
like,
kids
you can
always
play,
loved it.
You can play by the rules, like the exact rules, and it ain't fun.
Just fun when you're winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to own 3 properties to build a house. You can't just build it on one.
Yeah, you gotta own all of them.
I had a board game. It was so much fun, but I just never had an opportunity to play it. I guess at the age I was at, I wasn't around. Like I didn't have any neighbor friends at the time, but
You had no friends.
I had no friends.
But right.
Yeah. So, was it a Mad Scientist had a game, and it was like a monster mash game. So you'd take like this mold and like stamp your little monster, and you'd put like a little Viking hat and little monster feet on them, and move the piece around them. You land on the certain space, the other player could take
Smash.
this thing and smash your piece.
That's kind of cool.
And you'd have to start over. That was a lot of fun. And the little mash thing where you could leave like tire tracks or,
It's kind of a violent game.
yeah.
Those are fun games.
You're just destroying the other guy's thing he made.
Maybe that's why I didn't get to play much.
I don't know, you said like the Mad Scientist, and my brain goes to the dissecting.
Oh yeah, no, I love that set.
yeah.
To get there, so I can't remember the name of it now.
Dissect an alien, right?
That's right, Tish.
I've done it. It's dissect an alien, and it's
Gross!
you take his insides out and put them back in. Too gross.
Yuck!
That's disgusting. He's a real slime bucket. Yuck! Dissect an alien. Watch for time freaks and more gross creations so you too can be a mad scientist. Too gross.
I didn't have that one. We've had parts of it. It's
Right.
like the
big
plastic
bug.
thing with the organs
Oh,
inside.
the one that's in the back.
Yeah, plastic knife, and you
Plastic
gut 'em.
Yeah,
knife,
yeah.
right? What was the one that I had where it was like you melt the monster?
Oh, yeah, the skeleton, and it all melts off in the little chamber.
Right.
Yeah.
You snapped it.
Mongor or Mangalore Mountain?
No. Well, that's Migo. But that's That's a good one. We'll talk about that one. But anyway, this one, you'd cover it in clay
Right.
and sprinkle it with stuff and dip it in water with baking soda, and the monster
would come
flesh would
off.
fall off.
Yeah.
And that was the
Terminator.
Mangalore. I'd have to look it up. It was made from this material that when you tore it apart, if you put it right back
Right.
together,
They connect.
it would rebond.
Throughout time, people have asked, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Maybe it was a Mangalore, like Mangalore Demon. You can pretend to hatch Mangalore Dragon and Manglizard, too, each sold separately in a make-believe egg. You can stretch them, squash them, take them apart. They'll return almost like new to their original forms. So if you want to hatch up some fun, you can crack open a Mangalore. The Mangalores, Mangalore Demon, Mangalore Dragon, and Manglizard, each sold separately from Ideal.
How long was that going to keep doing that?
Not long.
Well, most of the time it didn't. If you
Right.
because if you didn't read the fine print where it said like, "Hey, if you tear your monster apart, you better put them back together like within like 5 seconds, or he's not going to." So all these kids were tearing up their
Yeah,
figures,
that's why
and
there's
then,
none.
and then trying to put it, and it wouldn't work.
We have a box and we have, I guess, something.
Yeah, we have like whatever base thing but yeah,
Yeah.
no Mangalore. And then there's like a couple other Mangalore characters that did the same thing in that line, but it didn't last because
What was it made out of?
I'd have to look it up. It was some weird material I'd never heard of before.
It's like high-end silly putty.
Like Jello.
Yeah, it was really weird. Let's see.
Did you ever do silly putty?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
On
yeah.
the comics.
Right?
Yeah. Comic books.
Not the comic books.
I did
funnies.
everything, dude.
The funnies.
You do it on the funnies, not the comics. You don't wanna mess up the
But do
comics.
they even have, like,
I don't know. Do they even have newspapers anymore?
I think there is. there is. And then that's where you'd get your coupons, I guess, if you're a coupon cutter.
I thought everything was digital now.
Yeah.
Clip your coupons in your
I don't
app.
do the grocery shopping, so I don't know anymore.
I ain't got no choice.
But do you?
I mean, if stuff's on, I don't know. If
So
stuff's
is it
on
digital
sale-
then? It's
yeah,
digital?
I mean, like when
Oh, not
you
me.
see it.
Not Migo. Remco. Sorry.
From Ideal.
I didn't have a lot of board games, but they were more the strategy.
And there was tons of board games, like because my grandparents would watch me when I was a kid, and like tons of board games.
Yeah, no. I
like-
just played with my Star
We were either
Wars.
playing board games or playing cards or puzzles or. I mean, I'd bring all my toys over to play, but
Yeah.
my grandfather would make the best paper airplanes.
Oh, I was good at that.
Like, I mean, these things would just like tear through the house. They were
Well,
great.
I don't know if I ever talked about this, but my buddy, the kid across the street, his name was Mark. We played with all the time. My buddy Jim, he didn't live close to me, so that would be like on weekends. But Mark was a younger kid that lived across the street. And on his back patio, we would do like a dividing line, and we would, let's, whatever the number was, 50 airplanes each, 25 airplanes each. And then you'd lay them all like, you know, they were
Like
on,
fleet.
yeah, and they're all on the ground. So then you pick one up, and then you light the nose on fire, and then you got to throw it to try to,
Destroy the rest of the fleet.
yeah, get one of his, and then it would go back and forth. But then you think, well, whoever starts first, and you light it on fire and you throw it, now you got like 49 left, and he's still got 50 if you miss.
You can always get two, though.
But I'm
One.
trying to remember how it played, because then I think we could go pick it back up before it, I don't remember, but that's what we
Should have
did.
taped like firecrackers too.
All right, so then you'd fold them really thin, so they were more like a jet, so you could get the ones that were further back with more aim, because otherwise they
Right.
just kind of,
Loft.
yeah, glide. But that was when we just, I remember he always had all the good candy. Because my mom, she didn't buy any like, junk food.
Yeah, no,
Like there was no soda in our house.
same.
But I mean, Christmas and holiday,
Right.
you know.
That was the exception. Yeah.
But we just didn't, there was not a lot of sweets. And you went to Mark's house, and it was like, this is my first experience with all these new,
You want a Twinkie?
well, like, no, but it was like, I remember Capri Sun for the first time.
I mean, Travis and I were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Capri Suns. Yeah.
Yep.
And they had them. And then it was like this fruit roll-ups.
Yep.
was like, I don't know when that was invented, but I was like around this time.
Yeah.
And then it was just like Starburst. And like, it was like, and then he had a little tree on the side of his house, like literally on the side. And it was a 1-story house. So we would just climb the tree, get on the roof, and sit there and eat all the candy.
Sugar high.
Yeah.
I can't find the name of this material. Anyway,
Anyway,
it's ideal.
it
There is a
wasn't-
Remco.
It wasn't ideal.
There is Amigo. There's Mangalore and Mangalore. And okay.
Well, one's Mangalore Mountain.
Yeah,
I think.
that's the ideal one. And they had a Mangalore demon and dinosaurs and all that. Like, it's a whole line of stuff you could tear up and not put back together properly because it was a weird material. But yeah, anyway.
I just thought a really weird story, but I don't know how interesting this is.
Okay.
But now I'm on the roof at my friend Mark's house.
Jump off.
No, that was, yeah. Every kid jumped off the roof, right?
Some didn't make it back, but yeah.
I used to jump off all the time.
I wasn't. The house I grew up in was like 3 stories.
Oh
I
yeah,
wasn't
no.
jumping off that.
A single story. Yeah, you would jump off. But see, I grew up in Miami, and at the time frame I grew up, it was I think South Florida was like the murder capital of the world. Like crime was bad in the
Yeah.
80s.
Drugs and guns.
And the neighbor to Mark, so I live in this corner house. Then there's a corner house across from us. And then to the right of that corner house is the younger kid that I would play with. The house to the left, so directly across from my house. And the funny thing is, my stepfather, growing up, he was a cop for the city of Miami. When we would hang out on the roof, whenever this newest neighbor moved in, the whole backyard was like full of a particular type of plant with bottles and cans hung on them so they would grow down and not grow above the fence. But like, I don't think we knew, like we were kids,
Right,
and I don't,
yeah.
like it was just
Like, they're growing tomatoes this year.
this
As a
guy's
farmer.
just got a weird
Yeah.
system with the growing the plants sideways. And,
It's hydroponics.
and then I remember one day I'm in front yard with my mom and I'm pulling weeds.
So are they.
And literally we're in the front yard and out of nowhere from every direction, like a million cars, SWAT, everything shows up. And it's like, where were they hiding? They must have been the road behind and the funny thing is, so Mark had a sister and she was older than me, and I was older than Mark. So she was like high school if I'm like junior high. And he had a motorcycle. She's on the motorcycle with him. They pull into the driveway. She gets off, goes to my friend's house. And then as he walks in the door, then, a million cars, police. And I remember I'm like shaking.
Waiting on that sting.
And then my mom's like, get in the house. And then he gets arrested and you find out he was one of the cocaine cowboys.
Ooh.
That there's all these documentaries about. And that was just, I guess, one of his grow houses or whatever. Just, And then I remember the next day, the garage is open and there's this FBI or whoever, these guys in coats and they're punching holes in all the walls. And I'm just like a 10, 12-year-old kid.
Sitting on a roof.
And then I was like, is there like a reward or something? Because I said,
I found him.
Yeah, Ryan's like, is this like
they
the
had all
Goonies?
these things in the back. Like, did I get a reward? I was trying to figure out how to get a reward.
Give me a hat. Give me
Yeah.
an FBI hat.
Give me some patches.
Yeah. So that was yeah. But so that was one of the experiences. And then I was gonna say one time it's like these bully kids down the road threw rocks at us when we were on the roof and we were like panicking and had to get down off the roof in a hurry. It's not I don't know. Then there's a phase we were into RC cars.
I had a little.
I had a Tamiya
Phase,
Frog. It was called the Frog, I think. And then I got Hot Shot. It was like and I had this controller that looked like a gun.
Oh yeah, and then
Yeah.
the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think it was like a Magnum or something it was called, or
I had the 2-handle, and I had a black dune buggy, and it was pretty cool. But like, it just seemed like those batteries didn't really
No.
No, never did.
last, and they were like this huge,
Yeah.
like a big Uzi clip or something. Just, you know, like a pipe bomb. It was this huge, heavy thing. And I'm like, you know, if these things were lighter, this thing could go a
Go
lot
fast.
Yeah.
The only RC car that I ever wanted, that ever mattered, and it never got, was G.I. Joe Crossfire.
Crossfire.
You gotta
Never
move
got it. I got like, one that looked like it, but it was like red and had, no guns.
You got the
nothing
crosshairs.
cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's rare
Yeah.
because I think we've had one in the store, and I took it home,
Yep.
About right.
and just one.
Yeah.
And then some accessories with no car to finally make that, I think, complete.
Well, I think yours is still not complete, remember? Because I said something about that tubing that went over the antenna.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But
So it's still
good
not
luck
complete.
finding that. I mean, it's like a
So
it's like a coffee straw.
at a show I was at, Irving Santiago, Minty. He runs the show UltraCon in South Florida. He had one in his booth, but it wasn't all there.
Yeah. Well, I got Rumbler at least. So
It's not the same as an RC, but I thought it was just as cool. So Remco had like the Energized line of superheroes. They had a Spider-Man, and they had a helicopter.
Yep.
And you put batteries in it, which was very difficult to get as a kid. Batteries, you had to like take the batteries out of one thing to put it in the other if you were going to play with it.
Oh, right.
So you put batteries in it, and the front end would light up, and the blades would spin. And of course, Spider-Man was stuck with like one arm in the air, but it didn't matter. It's like, oh my God, I can spot stuff, and it just, it was so cool. But that didn't last too long. I think I probably broke it pretty quick. Yeah, I think I broke the head off of Spider-Man dropping them.
I had this thing, and all I want to think is Whirlybird. And I don't know if that's what it's called. So it was a helicopter. So you had a center circular piece with a little rod that held a helicopter. And then you had a cable that came from the circular piece to your control panel that had 2 levers. And one gave it power, I'm assuming, because you revved up the blade, and there's no direction. It's just going to go in a circle. So it's the speed and I think the height, like up or down, and then it had little things that you could, so you would go and then you would hover, and you would pick something up, and then you would go, and then it'd be like, let's say, a pad. So maybe you pick a barrel up and then you bring it here. You know what I'm talking about or no?
vaguely.
I don't.
I think it's
I mean,
called
if
Whirly.
saw it.
I think I think it's Whirlybird.
Wasn't it on like a pendulum kind of thing, and you could adjust how far it went out, and then it would take off and come down on?
No, because they did one for Battlestar Galactica, and I don't even think it's Mattel. And I bought that because I was like, I never knew it existed for. Yeah, and they redid it over the years, because I remember, let's say in the early 2000s, I was at a KB and they had it again. Or Vertibird, Whirlybird, Vertibird.
I thought we had Vertibird one time here, like not.
But you could just make this thing go so fast in circles. It was-
Surprised it didn't get recalled.
and then the blade, and it's the air coming from it.
Yeah.
Air hogs.
Are you looking up Vertibird or Whirly?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it was so cool. And then you could reverse. I think, no, could you reverse it? That's it.
Yeah. So yeah, Vertibird.
Yeah.
It's just like a little plastic helicopter with a
And
motor.
it would just go in circles, fast or slow, and you could hover in place. And it had like an arm, so you could go this height to this height, and then it would just, Yeah, it was so cool.
Well, you were also the police. Air police.
Air police.
Yeah.
And I think a guy just offered us that today. He's going to bring it in next week. And then I said, because I had that, and then I had my Omnibot. You know what I'm talking about? Right?
I know the Omnibot.
And he had a cassette player in him, playing my Duran Duran. Wild Boys.
Wow, boys.
Wild Boys. Wow.
Bring me a Coke, Omnibot. I'm playing Vertibird.
I know we've talked about this, right? Because you could talk through it, and it had a serving tray, and you tell Mom, meatloaf.
Mom. Put it on the Omnibot.
Right, and then
Bring it back to me.
Yeah. So I 80s were the best. And then I had my Evil Knievel. That was like,
Talked about that today too.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have one in the back. We're gonna have. There's still, like I was telling you, there's a guy still jumping that thing on Instagram or something because it keeps coming through my feed.
I
It's
just want
like,
to try to do it one time.
Yeah.
they made it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even made it for Team America.
But is it the same
Yeah.
like strength? Well, I guess it's probably the old one's even frailer though now.
I doubt they redesigned the motor or went
Right.
like it's not like a fancy motor.
They again in KB Toys early 2000s, it was out again,
Yeah, I remember.
and it was Evil Knievel.
Yeah.
and I bought it again. I didn't open it because I was like, I got this again.
Gonna
I'm
be
not-
high money,
Yeah, I'm gonna retire off that
right?
I just wanted to see the Captain America one because it's exactly the same.
one. Well, we
but
have.
we have the cap and we have
The
the
winder,
launcher.
yeah.
But we don't have the motorcycle.
We'll get it.
We ain't got no motorcycle.
It's just
Oh, and
Cap-
then we have.
Cap just stuck
Who
like
is
this.
the guy? He's all in black on a chopper.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that's Team America.
That guy. What was his name?
Oh, I don't know.
He's cool. That's the one.
Johnny Motorcycle.
Right.
Johnny Blaze.
That was when Pixel
That was
Dan
years
was here.
ago. Yeah, yeah.
And somebody in his comments had the name.
Right, right. We had a
Oh, no.
motorcycle guy that we never identified.
Right. The
And I-
red, white, and blue.
Right, right.
Yeah, it was Johnny
I
Motorcycle.
called him Johnny Motorcycle, and then
But what was his
someone
real
in the
name?
comments.
Somebody knew. Yeah, named
It's
it.
one of those like sci-fi superhero names like Chet Brockworth or
He had bright red hair
you
too. I
know
remember that.
Crud Bone Mill, the Flash Gordon, like one of those names.
Speedy Stevie or something.
There's a Spider-Man issue, right? Of or is it a Ghost Rider in Team America? In the comic.
I'm sure it's Spider-Man. He showed up. In
Well, it's
everything.
got to have Ghost Rider if it's motorcycles.
Well, maybe, but I don't know. Did anybody care about Ghost Rider then? I don't know if anybody cared.
Does
until
anybody
the
care about
90s.
Team America?
No. But they wanted to sell the books. They're like,
Yeah.
put Spider-Man in it. You know, that was their go-to. It's like, this book's not doing so good. Put the thing in it. Put Spider-Man in it.
Yeah,
Spider-Man in it.
Spider-Man cameo.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work, then we're canceling the book in 6 months.
Right.
Smurf sales are struggling. Put him Spider-Man.
Put in Spider-Man. Yeah, he met everybody. Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo met everybody.
Yeah. I think
Man, I
Spider-Man was in Power
those
Pack.
were the best,
Right?
But I don't know if anybody would know who the people are in those now, with the exception of Batman. Like it was
Harlem
Philip.
Globetrotters. They're still relevant. They're coming to Greenville.
Are they?
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody mention them though.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're old.
Phyllis Diller.
Phyllis Diller.
Yeah.
It was Jonathan Winters. Like I know these people are.
Cast of Gilligan's Island.
Well,
Yeah.
Gilling, yeah. Then I didn't-
What? I don't even know, man. They did like everybody.
yeah, but it was a lot. Yeah, they were huge names then.
Yeah.
I just Laurel and Hardy were on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Geez, they were in the silent films at some point.
Was Three's Company on there?
No,
That'd be
that
cool.
would have been a good
That
one.
would have been good.
That would have made sense. I thought Don Knotts was on there.
He
No,
was.
he
yeah,
was.
Don Knotts
okay,
was. Yeah.
Don, okay.
Right. So there's
Just
your,
Don Knotts.
yeah, yeah. There was.
I'm trying to think of more.
It was a Bigfoot episode when it had
Bigfoot's real.
Laurel and Hardy. That's why I remember that one because Bigfoot is real.
That's right. Update.
Oh yeah, well we
Can't say that.
I watch a lot of unsolved mysteries. And it's
Yeah.
just so funny because when you the old ones with Robert Stack, Ultra Magnus. So when you watch the old ones, because you're like, these would be so easy to solve because you have no technology then.
Yeah.
And it's not that long ago.
Right.
But it's like DNA wasn't even like really a thing.
That's like half the updates. They find the guy because of DNA.
Yeah. It's like,
We now can fingerprint him.
yeah, it's like somebody's missing, or they're just trying to find something that's like, this is not that hard. Like, it would be easy now. And it's like, they just,
Back then, though, it was like, whoa.
yeah. Well, it's just like when you want to know the answer to something, you had to go to the library.
All right.
I just like.
And it was only as relevant as
You had
the
to go through the
book
all
that
the,
was
all the cards,
card
Oh, yeah.
catalog,
card catalog.
Yeah, the
Dewey Decimal.
Dewey Decimal System. I was telling Andy about it today. So like, I like when you go back and watch and you're like, oh my god, I just saw a Netflix thing on this. Today they were talking about what's the
You said octopus?
the octopus that Netflix
The Octopus Murders thing?
yeah. There was an episode about that journalist in that. I was like,
Still unsolved.
yeah.
Oh, in that?
yeah.
Oh, and the Unsolved?
Yeah.
How funny is that?
There was a lot less information, but it was like I'm hearing the guy's name because I'm doing Transformer stuff back there, and I'm like, why is that name so? And I look up, and it's like he called them the Octopus Murders. I was like, no way! I just watched that not too long. That's awesome. And then
Yeah. Update.
Update.
And then you're watching the episode, and then they give you an update, and you're like, how'd you get the update? You just aired the episode, and the episode isn't over, and you have an update.
well, that's because in the old days they would air it, and there's nothing, right? And then they would air it again.
So
with
why
the
are we not
update.
getting the original release of each episode?
I think they went back and like edited it, and then that's the final.
So we're
that's
just
it.
getting the up.
You're getting the scrubbed.
Yeah.
Oh, and then one was yeah. This has nothing to do with toys. The other one was there was some guy,
I think this is the one I was telling you about.
and it's Matthew McConaughey's the actor.
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the son that I told you got.
Some dude just shows up and just starts shooting a guy, and then
Well,
the
there was something before that.
oh well, yeah. So it was all, and it was like, oh, that's Matthew McConaughey. So it was. I didn't confirm it, but I'm like 99%
No, it
sure.
definitely was.
Even
or,
the
or was
voice.
a drop dead
Yeah.
doppelganger.
So this
like-
is probably some of his early work.
I was watching early '90s. I don't know what it's like videos online of like music where outsider art, or it's basically they weren't MTV guys. These were like untrained people, and there was one guy, I can't remember his name. He finally got a video for MTV, and Matthew McConaughey was in it, and it was like the first thing he'd ever done. He was
Okay.
he was like a model or something, and
Yeah.
they had him in the video. And it was just because they were filming in Texas, where that artist was, which was where he was.
Well,
So-
this crime was in Texas, I thought. And every episode they try to use,
yeah, maybe.
I think it was,
yeah,
because when they do it, they try to use real people if they can, and maybe film it in the areas, similar neighborhood or
Right.
the same house, but with actors.
yeah, like approximate. As
I'm
best
pretty
they
sure
can.
that was Texas.
That would make sense. That's
But like half those episodes seem to be around Texas.
a lot. Yeah,
But it was
a
a
lot
big, you know.
There's a lot of bad things that happened in Texas,
Dude, out of
especially
Florida.
in the '80s. Yeah,
It's either that
Oh,
or
yeah.
Florida.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Florida was nuts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people there too, and it's a mixture of everybody.
Yeah.
So you just saw so many different cultures. So
So you ever do that thing with your phone where you say type in like Google, you go like the thing's called Florida Man, and then you
Oh,
put
yeah,
your
no way.
birthday and like
It gives you like a
Oh,
random
name?
crime.
yeah, like a random crime that
No, I
happened
don't
on
know
it,
that.
and they're like off the wall funny.
Oh, that's great.
It's like, you know, maybe a guy like I don't know, took an alligator into Walmart. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's something always like
So-
really weird.
we used to crank call, but you can't do that now, right?
No, I don't. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know how you would.
You would
I
just
mean,
randomly dial 7 numbers.
you could spoof numbers with a cell phone now, but I don't know. how to
but you'll know
do
who's
that.
calling. You didn't know who was calling.
Well, that's what I mean by spoof. Like you can essentially like clone or
Clone.
use someone else's number. It'll show up on their phone, even though
I
it's
remember when you had call waiting
Oh, yeah.
happen.
Oh
Not. Yeah.
Because like your phone ring, you just answered. You don't know who's calling you. You have no way to know. So you would just call people,
yeah.
and then you know,
And you had to answer.
well,
You had to.
Dang,
That phone's ringing. Somebody better answer it.
Is your
Like,
refrigerator running?
better go catch it.
Do you have Prince Albert in a can? Well, you better let him out.
Yeah. I remember we used to do that.
Everyone did that.
Yeah. I can't even remember.
Did you ever egg a house?
Oh yeah.
Not
Shaving
egg.
cream.
I toilet papered
Yeah, TP.
my coach's house in high school. He got us back though, because like it was like a tradition.
Run 20 miles the next day or something.
No, well, no, didn't he do that? He would just open his door and let out his giant dog that would chase you down the street. And he's like, if I trained you right,
You'll get away.
you'd get away.
All right.
If you didn't, he'd
Then-
get you.
Then he's going to jail for a long time for.
He
Not
would
back then.
He didn't. The dog
Oh.
didn't bite. He just. But yeah.
I mean, hell, you toilet paper something or egg something today, man. You're
Oh yeah.
getting
Yeah.
hit with lawsuits left and right.
That's right.
So
You're serving hard time.
you can't. So wow, yeah. I remember. And I may have said this. I don't. Tell lots of stories. I remember on Halloween, my buddy Jim and he got egged. Somebody literally egged him while we were trick or treating.
Oh man, that's lame.
Yeah, I was Freddy Krueger too. But
Good times.
yeah, it's just I don't know.
Different
Yeah, no, it's
different
very
world.
Yeah, it's very different. I don't even know if there's
Well, eggs are-
any pranks anymore.
Well, I'm
that you
sure.
can
Let's-
get away with.
You ain't throwing eggs today because they're pretty expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
Heard they're coming down. I don't know. But yeah, I don't. I'm sure they're doing it. I'm sure there's all kinds of kids are doing all kinds of crazy stuff. We just don't know.
Yeah.
We'll find out about it when they get older.
And
Yeah.
they have a podcast.
Yeah.
They tell us.
I remember listening to this old podcast with these old guys. They talked about pranks, and I'm here to tell you what they were.
We're going to get them in trouble.
Taking our dentures and leaving them in a jar here. Whippersnappers.
Tell me about your new age pranks.
You're on the iPhone 70?
I'll meet you guys at Hardee's at 6:30 for a biscuit
I
newspaper.
had the first iPhone. If you have that sealed, that's like money.
Oh yeah. All that's
An old phone in a box, it's
Yeah.
money. If
yeah.
it's sealed.
An old iPod.
But I get it. And you grade it.
Or a phone with Flappy Bird.
Well, you have an old Apple computer box that's back in storage. That
Does it have Oregon Trail?
Yeah, somebody.
no, there's no computer, just a box.
Ah,
I
well,
have, because it's like an original Apple box.
Yeah.
So I kept it. Somebody
Put it
gave
on-
it.
put it on the wall.
They're like, you like boxes. So
Yeah.
You like paper.
I do. So I got an Apple box.
I hate it to this day. I was at a Salvation Army years ago, and I found one of those suitcase computers, and it was like $10, and I didn't get it. It's like thousands of dollars now, but it was like a suitcase you'd open up, pop open, and it was a small little screen and like a floppy drive.
So like pre-laptop.
That's
Yes.
what they had, like the nuclear football stuff.
Yeah.
And,
Top secret files.
Right. It could show you. It had enough power to show you a picture from a floppy disk. That was.
That's a big deal.
that's-
6 kilobytes.
I think they were talking about like movie stars walking around using that.
I
It's
have-
like, for what?
I don't know where we put it, but it was in the back. It was a VCR in a suitcase.
It's in your office.
Oh yeah. So so those are what you rented at the VHS.
yeah, because you couldn't
Right,
afford
right.
a VHS.
Well, a lot of these kids, they're not going to know that when you went, like if you didn't have VCR, you could still go to
You rented
the
one.
movie store. You could rent
Right.
one, and yeah, it looked like a little suitcase, like this big
And
plastic
weighed
handle.
like 70 pounds.
Oh yeah.
Throw your
You
back.
rented a VCR because
Yeah.
they were like $800, $900, $1,000.
Yeah, and you really
I remember it was a
didn't
big
want
deal.
to damage
I
it.
think we got one when they were like $600, and it was Christmas,
Yeah.
and it was and then
It
I
had
mean,
like all the wires would pull out of it, and you plug it up to your TV.
it was. But that with VHS at that moment, it was like so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Movies came home essentially.
well, I mean, there were so many like the mom and pop video rental stores, and there was no Blockbuster or any of that. It was these little mom and pop, and some had niches, and some had back rooms with beads
Oh yeah.
that you couldn't go in, and then it was just and the horror section could be 40 movies max.
Yep.
That was every horror, and you watched that. I seen them all.
Yeah.
And then you're waiting for a new release, like it was like, and then the war section.
And video game rental was like cool.
Oh yeah,
That was a game changer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely how I got to play more than I could afford.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's going to be our next topic because we're winding down.
Yes.
Well, all right.
So I thank you for checking us out. Again, tell us in the comments what you want us to talk about. That's Travis. There's Andy. Later.
Tell the mailman.
Tell the mailman.
Tell them.
Tell him.
Finish, baby!